How's it going, guys? Lone Hawk here today, and welcome back to Coach Hawk, the series where I take footage sent in by you, review it, and try to make you a better player. In today's video, we are coaching Black Widow, a diamond-ranked Ana player. And Ana, I think, is a very important hero to learn, especially right now, and even going into the future. I think Ana is someone who you're going to want to learn how to play. So as we're getting this video, let me explain a few things. If you want to send in some footage, there's a link in the description. Send it to CoachHawkOW@gmail.com, and be sure to send in stuff with good quality. Unfortunately, I can't make a video out of it if it's not at least 720p and preferably 1080p 60 FPS. But right now, coaching this guy here, Black Widow. Let's see what he can do on Ana. All right, game is just now starting up. Let's see what he's got to offer us here, defending on Dorado. Standard holding position up here. That's good. Using his scope to heal the diva, who probably shouldn't be up there. She's not going to accomplish too much. You guys should be falling back right about now, I'd say. You can't let him push too close, otherwise the choke point, you're negating it. You're getting rid of it. If you don't use the choke point, you're at a disadvantage. Stand behind your Reinhardt shield. Stay further back. You don't need to face the enemies. You only need to face your team. Good nade, good nade. Keep him topped off. That was good. Now, Diva was getting low. Probably could have saved Diva if you didn't spend as much time on the Reaper. Once he was topped off, he was probably good to go. Good staying back, though, and using your scope to stay at range. I like the use of the nade there, because you had to reload. Although the nade is very useful, so maybe... No, I'd say that was actually a pretty good use. I want to see some sleep dart usage. Sleep darts are huge on Ana. Good, nice job. Make sure you're throwing those grenades at the feet and not at your teammates, because you'll miss a lot of the time. That was a good sleep. That was a really good sleep. Now, nano boosting a Reinhardt isn't what I would do. You have a Reaper, and Reaper is perfectly good nano boosted. But because that didn't seem to net many kills. But you did hold off their push. You landed the sleep. Very good. Very good so far. I wouldn't start wasting shots. It's a bad habit I do too, is shooting people when they're anti-healed. Don't bother. Don't shoot people when they're anti-heal. It's not worth it. Heal before, I was going to say, heal before you sleep dart there. That Ryan could have been saved. And if you had your grenade here, you would... When did you use your grenade last? Let's actually go back a little bit and see. So right here, if you had your grenade, you save a bunch of people's lives. When did you use it? You used it like way back here? Alright, so use it here. People are still alive though. You're reloading. You don't need to get this close. You can stay further back. Stay further back. You don't need to be behind your Reinhardt right here. That grenade didn't accomplish anything. That was a problem. See, when you waste your abilities on Ana, this is where bad things happen. The grenade would have been much better used on this diva here, who actually you healed up. But right here, look at how clumped up everyone is and low. Right here, a grenade would have saved your whole team, I think. So make sure you're using both your grenades and your sleep darts time efficiently. Which, like, if you are going to need it in the next few seconds, don't use it now. And here, I don't think you can even win this. Stay close to your Zenyatta, maybe. The grenade was once again wasted, though. I don't know where you actually threw that right there. If you had the grenade here, you got anti-healed, so it didn't matter. But that grenade, use the grenade a few seconds ago, just for no reason. It seemed like don't use that. Try to really think about your abilities. It's a bad habit I do. I recently myself got coached on Ana, so I'm relaying some things from a Grandmaster Ana player. But this is some of the stuff I've learned, and I've yet to correct, but that doesn't mean I can help you learn it as well. Alright, so right now high ground would be a good idea for your team. Regardless of if you take it or not, though, you should be sitting far back right here. This is a good position.
My ultimate is ready. Get in there and I will boost you. Watching your back.
Not sure if you're in voice comms, but voice comms are super helpful on Ana. Didn't need that grenade there. You don't need that grenade on Zenyatta. By the time you threw the grenade, you could have just shot him with another shot and you would have been on full HP because he's not a tank and he wasn't really in the process of taking damage. The person backed off. Another wasted grenade. The grenade started off really well, but now it seems like you're just throwing them whenever someone needs heals. Right here would be a better use for the grenade. You could have grenaded your Reinhardt, healed him topped off, and anti-healed the enemy Reinhardt. Which, I don't know how that went through the shield. It must have just fallen right when the enemy Reinhardt hammered. Wait for your team. That's good. I think that's what you're doing. Good stuff. Good stuff. You guys can definitely hold this point if you wait and regroup. I wouldn't take this risk. Wasted sleep dart. Sleep darts are huge. That sleep dart's on a very long cooldown, so you won't have that sleep dart now for a few more seconds, which may not seem like a lot, but if the enemy team uses, if your sleep dart is down and the enemy team has like a Reinhardt and he gets nano boosted, you're screwed. Also, well, what happened here? So anyway, before we go back, don't waste your sleep dart. It's something I've learned the hard way. When you use your sleep dart to go for those risky sleep darts, and when you don't land them, it's not worth it. Save it. It's better to save your sleep dart for the sleeps you know you can hit, like a Reinhardt who's been nano boosted. It's worth it's only worth risking the sleep dart if it's really going to impact the fight. Like, I wouldn't say it's easy to hit a nano boosted Genji with a sleep dart, but it's worth going for because if you land it, you're saving your team a lot of trouble. But right there, you just try to sleep a Zarya, which wasn't going to accomplish much for your team. It's hard to follow up on that because the moment she takes damage, she's just going to bubble herself. So it wasn't a very well-used sleep dart. Let's go back a little bit here because I think there were some mistakes that happened here. So right here, don't even peek. I wouldn't use it. Don't go for the sleep dart. Your team can't really follow up that easy. You're a little low on HP. Do you have another healer? It's better to call out, I need heals, than to drop your heal on yourself, especially when you're behind a Reinhardt shield, because now you have no grenade and no sleep dart when your other healer, which I think you have a Zenyatta, could have healed you up. Only self-heal when it's like crucial and you don't have another healer that's alive. So here, your Reinhardt, you weren't healing him right away. Like, if we go back and we take a look at this, you were not healing him right away. So you're healing him here, but you're doing damage. And I hate when comments say, oh, when there's nothing going on, you can just shoot the enemy Reinhardt shield as Ana. That's somewhat true. Sometimes you can shoot the enemy Reinhardt shield as Ana, but in this situation, you shouldn't have been doing that. Because watch, you wasted grenade, you wasted sleep dart. Now you're healing him before he's taking damage. You're shooting. He was on like full HP. You have 3 rounds in your magazine. You didn't reload. You missed these shots, and now look, you're reloading right when Reinhardt needs health. Your grenade just came off cooldown, and you didn't throw it at the ground. And I think Diva might have eaten it. She didn't. So 3 things you could have done there to avoid that situation. Don't shoot at the enemy Reinhardt shield when you're about to need to heal. Don't shoot at people that are already full HP to heal them. And don't waste your grenade. If you had that grenade, you could have saved the Reinhardt too. Grenade plus 1 shot into the Reinhardt could have saved his life. Scope in a little bit more too. You're missing a lot of shots, to be honest, and you're dead. Wasted the sleep dart again. What was that going to accomplish? Honestly, even if you landed that, oh no, stop! You did not use that. Hold up. So let's watch. First, this sleep dart. Let's say you landed on the Reinhardt. It's not going to accomplish anything. Your team is a mess, and you're about to lose the point. Why did you grenade yourself? Were you on low HP? I didn't even notice. You're on full HP here. Practically full HP. You need 40 HP. It's not worth grenading yourself. Wasted. And right there, you power him up when you've already lost the point. The point is lost. So even if you win this fight, it gets you nothing. It gets you nothing, and you won't win this fight. This Reinhardt is all alone here. I see a lot of potential, though. That first point, you were doing great, staying back, utilizing sleep darts very well. I think you sleep dart a little bit too much. Try to anticipate any ultimates a little more, because sleep darts on enemy nano boosted targets and like Soldier 76 can be very useful. But grenade usage. Okay, this is a good position, staying far back here. No, you wasted your sleep dart again. Now you're out of ammo again. No, you wasted your grenade too. No, don't do any of that. Healing from back here is fine. Positioning's great. Don't shoot him when he's on full HP. You're shooting full HP targets. Now that was probably a good sleep dart usage because your life is very important to your team. You heal a lot. Unfortunately, Diva saw it coming and tried to bait it out with Defense Matrix. Reload. Don't get closer. You don't need to get closer. You don't need to get closer. Throw the grenade at the feet. Now that would have been a target to sleep dart. That Reinhardt. Back up a little bit. You're getting too close. Go for the sleep. Missed it. I would actually like to rewatch this. Let's go back a little bit and take a little bit deeper of a look on this. So you power him up. That's pretty good. There's 2 enemies really close to him. You should be backing up right now. Just straight back. Hit that S key and back up. Don't try to deal damage to enemies. You could back up, or you could have moved to that room to the side. You just show us the back up, which is fine. And the Zarya happened to be here, which is gonna get you killed, I think, right here. Not a terrible nade, actually. Okay, you survive, and then you realize to back up. Keep backing up. Keep backing up. Nice shot on the Diva. Not too terrible. Now save this Reinhardt. Make sure he doesn't overextend. Now back up and get into a better position. You wasted your grenade again. No need to grenade. Now it's probably not going to have any repercussions because the enemy team won't get here in time. But you never know. There's no need to waste it. You have a Lucio. So unless you're seriously low on HP, let the Lucio heal you. And right now you can't really heal your team from here. You can't really... Oh, wasted grenade. There's no need to throw that. You can't really heal your team from here. Now you can because they backed up. She's getting anticipated again. All right. Let's stop. Let's try to think of what you could have done. Well, let's let this play out here. I think you're going to die. Actually, this diva is terrible. Don't fight her. Okay, well, here's the first thing you should do. Regardless of if this diva is terrible or not, you're Ana, and you have a Lucio. You are so much of your team's healing. When it's you and diva off here fighting, the enemy team has an advantage because they have heals and your team doesn't really. So even if you could have 1v1 her, which you wouldn't have been able to do, she's got too much HP and too much mobility and damage. It's not worth it. Ignore her. Call for help from your team because you can't kick her out on your own, and you're wasting your time by trying to do so. Look, I think 2 of your teammates died, maybe 1. A lot of your teammates are going to die. Now, right there, you had a sleep dart. It wouldn't have mattered, though, because the enemy team was pulling in. But I would have gone for the sleep dart there. I'm not going to blame you on this, but your positioning wasn't the greatest there that last fight. When you went after the diva, you took yourself away from your team. They started taking a lot of damage. Some of your teammates got picked. And by the time you repositioned with your team, they probably didn't have a good idea of where you were or where to fall back to, and everyone was separated. Now, that's not entirely your fault, but it can be avoided by sticking in a good position so they know where you are. So it seems like you focus a lot on your lower HP targets. And that's not what I mean. You focus a lot on... Another wasted sleep dart, honestly. That's not worth. You focus a lot on your Soldier 76 and your Widowmaker, which is fine. But when your tanks are also low, you need to use your burst healing there. You can shoot one shot into Soldier and Widow, but they're behind your Reinhardt. And Lucio can heal them. I wouldn't put too much focus in them. Like, there were a few times you shot Soldier like 3 times, and 1 shot was enough to bring him almost to full HP. Not 100%, but almost there. Shoot him once, move on to the tanks. And back up. Another wasted. Don't. Stop it. Stop doing that sleep dart. Okay. Okay. So you could have survived there by falling into that room behind you. You also could have more successfully landed your grenade on Diva. You landed it, but just throw it at her feet. Just throw it at her feet, scope in, and shoot her. You're hip firing a lot. Your scoped shots are more accurate. They're easier to land, and they travel instantly. The grenade didn't accomplish anything, unfortunately. It's a dead horse at this point. I'm not going to comment on the sleep darts anymore. You hit him, but you barely hit him. Throw it at your feet. Throw it at his feet.
Sorry, up top.
Stop. Don't try to deal damage. Heal your team. You're not a DPS. That's a good sleep dart. It would have been. Now your teammates didn't follow up necessarily with it. That was a good sleep dart. Someone overextended and you punished them for it. Now the teammate didn't punish them for it, but the idea was there. That's what you want to do. Punish people with sleep darts. If you sleep dart someone in their team, that can be useful, but unless you can punish them for it and scope in here. Scope in here. Okay, now what did you really okay, you are crazy. You are crazy. I like crazy, but you're a little too crazy for me. Don't throw your grenade like that. It's not worth it. Don't use your grenade as healing. Use your grenade as added healing. That's a great sleep dart. That is what I'm talking about. That's why I think we're buffering. Bad internet. That right there is why you save your sleep dart. That was a textbook example. If you had wasted your sleep dart before, you wouldn't have been able to sleep that soldier, and he probably would have wrecked your team. But you did a great job of sleep darting him. It was well placed, and you had it online. There's a few other situations where you could have saved your team from team wipes had you had your sleep dart up. Like when the Reinhardt got nano boosted a few times and other soldier ults. But you didn't have it up most of the time because you keep wasting it. That was good. That shows you what I'm talking about here. Those are the situations you want to use it. When someone overextends and you can punish, or there's an ultimate and you need to save your team.
So anyway, now what do you do here? Do you guys take this point? That was a good sleep on the soldier. I think you spent a little too much time focusing on the soldier. I think your teammates could have dealt with him. But I mean, it doesn't harm you now. I don't know why you slept dart there. There's no point to that, man. That's just a wasted sleep dart. There was no enemies even around. You should be communicating to your team that there's someone behind you, because like right now there's a soldier behind you. He's been there forever and he's just hammering on you guys. It is not your job to take him out. Your team needs to know that you need help. I think you guys take this point, no? Stay farther back. Don't. Ooh, wasted the sleep dart. See, look what happens here. Look what happens here. You wasted the sleep dart, and then the Reinhardt was right in front of you, and you could have landed it there. You slept dart for no reason, and then when he came up to hammer you like this, you had no defense. If you had saved it, you could have landed the easy sleep dart when he presented himself, and he was just huge right in front of you. Don't. You did. Don't waste shots on him. He's anti-healed. Watch. When he needs heals now, you're going to have to reload. You missed your grenade too. Aim at their feet. There's no point in sleeping that target there. Choose one shot. You could have shot her. Now its sleep dart would have been helpful against this soldier 76. Wasted the grenade. You didn't hit anything with it. Stop shooting enemies. Heal your teammates. Heal your teammates. Back up. You're way too close to the fight. That's a good sleep. That's a good sleep. But you're still too close to the fight. You need to be backed up. Look at this. Zarya's going to come up and just kill you. You can't 1v1 her. Now, I would not hit anybody with nano boost here because you have the point. Good. Good. You guys took the point. So, you're playing very close to your team. That's probably not the best thing. You could back up a little bit. Focus on healing your teammates before you focus on damaging enemies. And when someone's behind you like that soldier, it's not your job to deal with them. There's not much you can do. That soldier should win that 1v1. So call it out to your team. This is actually fine. The sleep dart, no, don't do that. You don't have a roadhog, so look what that accomplished. Nothing. You don't have a roadhog, so you're not gonna be able to punish that at all. Don't go for that sleep dart. What I said was fine was the shooting of the enemy team because your team wasn't taking any damage. Here is just okay. We need to rewatch. One sec. All right, let's rewind here. I'm not actually sure entirely what happened. I know. Let's go back a little bit more. All right. So you only have 4 rounds in your magazine. You are going to reload. Yeah. See. The reload doesn't make too big of a difference. Healing the guy on the left is more important. You could have healed your soldier and your Mei. Remember earlier when I said focus your tanks? That's true, but it's also, there are some times when you need to focus your lower HP targets. Your tanks can last longer. So when Reinhardt's on 50% HP and soldier's on 50% HP, giving one shot into soldier is going to be more valuable. Because that takes soldier up to like 90% HP, where you need like 3 or 4 shots on the Reinhardt to take him up to 90% HP. And you could have saved your soldier there too. He was killed by the D.Va while he was hammered. But see, what's good is you were playing far back, so you didn't get hit by the hammer yourself. Wasted grenade. It's a good Mei wall. It's a good Mei. Everyone's dead, aren't they? Good. No, good. This is a pretty good position. Keeping your team healed up, nice. Don't waste your sleep dart like that, please. It's a dead horse at this point. I'm gonna stop saying it. I should have stopped saying it forever ago. Don't try to fight this dude. You need to be healing your team, man. This whole time your team's been taking damage. You're not helping them at all. And you're probably gonna die, it looks like here. Alright, I think we're gonna get this point here. You're gonna get this point here. Okay. So you got the point. Your team did a good job. Your team would have done that without as many casualties, without as much stress if you were there just healing them. The Winston could have dealt with the Reaper. He was ulted. Winston was in Primal Rage. Or you could have at least been focusing both, you know. Shoot the Reaper, take a peek at your team to see if they're getting low. That was a good attempt at a sleep dart. This guy is someone you can punish for overextending. Don't chase him though. Like look how much time you're wasting here. He is wasting so much of your time. When he's low on HP like that and he's already out of the fight, by you following him, you're making it a 5v5 for your team. If you were to... Alright, this is a lost fight. So what I'm saying is, if you follow him, it's a 5v5. That's not an advantage, really, for either team. It's actually an advantage for their team, because you're missing an Ana. Wait, your team got tons of kills. I don't even know what happened. Diva Bomb, it looks like? Diva Bomb male. By you chasing him, you gave the other team an advantage. What you could have done is let him run. It would have taken him a while to get back into the fight because he was on low HP, and your team would have had an advantage. It would have been a 6v5. Unless you can kill him much faster than that. But that Reaper, you see, you slept him. Okay, wait. What's the point of this? I've done this before, and that's how I know I can correct you on it. You're gonna go watch. Sleep, and shoot. What does that accomplish? You slept him, and then you shot him. You might as well have just shot him. Literal wasted sleep dart. And I can say this with confidence, because I've done this before too, and I know it's a mistake. I think... Heal your... I guess they're on full HP. I don't know what that sleep dart was. Your positioning's pretty bad here. So, like, you're stuck in this area cluttered with teammates. You need to be... I mean... One sec. I'm trying to watch. I don't think you guys get it, do you?
I'm trying to throw them off the point. Knock off the point with the pusher.
Should have been a punch. There you go. So here's the problem with this last fight here. Let's take a look. No. This fight right here, if we go back far enough. Let's go back a little more. So you're coming in.
No, he doesn't have it.
Points contested. Where could you go? High ground would have been a great spot for one. If you would have taken this high ground behind you to your right, it would have been beautiful. Uncontested heals. You would have been able to heal your whole team uncontested. You wasted your sleep dart. Here is not a good position, though. You're in the thick of things. Actually, high ground is probably one of the only good positions where you are safe from enemies and able to heal your team. Look at all this time you're wasting. Now, granted, you're wasting the Zarya's time too, but your strength is in the fact that you are a healer. Now you have no ammo. You're reloading when your team needs your heals.
I'm trying to throw them off the point. Knock off the point with the pusher.
And you got way too close to that Reinhardt. So I did say punch him before. Well, let's take a look. As a general rule, you shouldn't be playing as aggressive as you are. You shouldn't be going for kills. Someone else could have finished him off. Diva was going for him. I guess you just jumped right into the enemy team there and got killed. I still stand behind taking that high ground would have been the most useful use of your Ana.
You're not getting rid of me that.
Or do you have ice block?
How did I get him?
I think you guys lost it.
That's a close one.
Oh, that is a shame. I think you guys would have taken it if you were healing from the high ground and focusing on your team maybe a little bit more. But I mean, we're not going to entirely blame the game on you. I mean, it's also your team's fault. It's a team game. But overall, make sure heals before damage, for one. If you're ever doing damage and it's going to interfere with your heals, don't do it. Sleep dart with a purpose. If you can't punish someone with a sleep dart by either stopping an ult on them, like a nano boost, or stopping Soldier or Genji's ult, or by pulling them with Roadhog, if you can't do any of those things, it's not worth it. If you're sleeping someone just to sleep them, and you can't get anything out of it, you're wasting your sleep dart. Same goes for grenades. You should be using your grenade as an anti-heal when they need it, or as a heal booster. You seem to use it just for its heal, when you can just shoot someone to heal as well. There were a lot of times you wasted it on yourself when you didn't need it. There were other times you wasted it on yourself where you may have needed it, but you could have gotten a health pack. That's no good. Don't do that. And there were a lot of times, seriously, a lot of times in the game where a well-placed grenade or a well-placed sleep dart would have won your team the team fight, but you didn't have it. because you'd used it before. Sometimes in literally random situations. I don't know if you like fat fingered it, where you just kind of press the button on accident, but that's what we're going for here. So step 1 is back up. Step 2 is selectively use those sleep darts and those grenades. Be sure to use them more appropriately. We use them with a purpose, and try to position yourself in a way where you can heal your team. The enemy team it's hard for them to access you and damage you. Hopefully this video was helpful to any of you if you're an Ana main, and you especially, Black Widow. If it was, be sure to leave a like down below. And check out this video on the screen right here. It's really good. No wait, it's right here actually. It's right there. So click that video, leave this video a like, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Lone Hawk out.